If you plan on writing a book, you better know your main character. And if you don't know that person just yet, stick around because today I got 10 questions that can help you get to know your main character. What's up guys, my name is Brandon McNulty, I'm a writer and welcome to my writing channel. Today I want to focus on getting to know your main character, and this is such an important part of the writing process. If you don't know your main character, you're in deep trouble. So today we're going to focus on some interview questions that can help you get to know your character better. And I think the best way to go about answering these questions is to really just get in your main character's head, get in their shoes, and answer these questions as if you were that character. So question number one. What decision that I've made has impacted my life the most? And this is a great question because once you figure out what kind of decisions your character has made in life and what decision above all has shaped who they are now, you'll get a much better glimpse into who they are as a person. Now, my number two question kind of fits the same bill as this, and it's what decision has someone else made that has most impacted my life? And these two work in hand because your character, as long as they're above the age of 3, they should have made some decisions in their life prior to the events of the story. Figure out which one of those decisions has shaped their life the most, and then figure out also what kind of decision by a parent, a spouse, a friend, a boss, a world leader, what decision by someone else outside of them has impacted their life the most, has shaped who they are. Figure those two out because fiction is all about characters making decisions, and you should be aware of the decisions that came before the events of your story. Number 3, what is my biggest goal? And this is so important because every character needs a goal, not just your main character, but all the characters, everyone from your supporting cast to your villain, but above all, your main character should have a goal. And if this goal happens to be the major goal within your story, that's great. But even if it's not, you should have some kind of major goal that just encompasses their life. It's some kind of ultimate quest that they're going on, even if they're not going to solve it in book 1. Figure it out because that goal is what's going to drive them throughout the course of the story and the course of the series if you go that far. Number 4, what would it take for me to sacrifice my biggest goal? And this is so important because when it comes to your goal, we're usually talking about what a character wants the most. And when we talk about need, it's usually something different. Oftentimes we have characters who they're going after a goal, and at that same time we the readers realize that they need something else in their life. Maybe they want a lot of money, but they need a family, or they want to have success at their job, but they need to get their life in order, or something like that. Figure out what they want and what they need, and once you get to the later stages in your story, ask yourself, okay, is my character willing to sacrifice that ultimate goal for their ultimate need? Number 5, what is the worst lie that I believe about myself? And this is important because it's only human to believe that you are worse than you actually are. Sometimes someone will tell us you're not good enough, or you're not smart enough, or you're not strong enough, and we'll believe that even if it's not true. And the thing is, it's the same for your characters, and if you can tie in your character's lie to their conflicts, you will have a much stronger story. And you need to remember that there will always be characters who doubt themselves. It's only human nature, so don't miss out on this. And it ties into my number 6 question, which is, what is the source of that lie? So figure out what caused your character to believe whatever lie haunts them. If they believe that they're not smart enough to get into college, who put that thought in their head? Was it a teacher? Was it a friend? Was it a family member? Was it a test score? Figure it out and then find a way to incorporate it into your character's backstory. Number 7, what would my ideal life be like? And this is a great question to ask your character at the beginning of the process of writing, because if you understand what their perfect ideal life would look like, you understand what they want the most and what means the most to them. And don't be afraid to get a little wild with this question. If, for instance, you have a character whose parents were shot dead, something like Batman, maybe their ideal life would be that the parents are back to life, or they never died, or maybe they had great stepfamily or something like that. Don't be afraid to have something unrealistic happen, bringing people back from the dead, or changing the past, whatever it is. What would that ideal life be? And then number 8 would be the flip side of this question. What would my personal hell be? What would my character fear the most? Is it homelessness? Is it the death of their loved ones? Is it dropping the game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl? Figure out what scares them the most, and also ask yourself if that character could potentially survive the worst-case scenario, because that's interesting. If they shut down when the worst thing happens, that's one thing, but if they learn to persist through it, that says a lot about that character as well. Number 9, what has been my biggest sacrifice up till this point? And this can be something simple like a material possession that they gave up as a child, or it can be something more severe like sacrificing your health in order to protect someone. Whatever it is, figure out what that sacrifice was and ask yourself, okay, does my main character regret making that sacrifice? Did it not pan out the way that they had hoped, or do they wish they had sacrificed more? My 10th and final question: whom or what have I loved beyond reason? This can be something like a child, a spouse, a family member, a friend, or it can be something like a dog, or money, or power, or a Ferrari. What does your character love beyond reason? And keep this in mind when you're drawing up plot scenarios where your villain is involved. Can that villain take away the thing that they loved most? Can a villain take the child hostage, or smash up the Ferrari, or burn all the money? What can happen that can really push a character over the edge? So I hope these questions helped. If they did, let me know in the comments section below. I actually have a bunch more questions, but I narrowed it down to 10 just to keep this video short. If you'd like to see more, let me know. I'd be happy to do a sequel to this video. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to check out my other videos. Hit the like and subscribe buttons for me. Please share this video with a friend if you don't mind, and remember to keep on writing.